What if I told you that 3 foods you eat for breakfast could be slowly draining your energy, weakening your body, and making your mornings harder than they need to be? I've spent over 3 decades working with older men, and I've seen one quiet truth again and again. Most health problems after 60 don't start with something dramatic. They start with daily choices, especially the first ones you make after waking up. Breakfast sets your rhythm for the day, and when you're over 60, the wrong foods in the morning can lead to blood sugar crashes, inflammation, digestive issues, and brain fog by noon. Today I want to show you something simple but powerful. 3 foods you should never eat for breakfast after 60, and 3 you should absolutely include. They won't just fill your belly, they'll fuel your strength, focus, and longevity. Let's start with a common mistake I see in almost every home I visit: the problem with processed cereals. Roger was a retired mechanic, tough hands, sharp mind, proud of doing things right. But at 71, he started feeling more tired after breakfast than before. He'd eat a bowl of cereal, sit down to read the paper, and feel like dozing off before 10 a.m. We looked at his breakfast. He ate a bowl of honey-flavored cereal with milk. Seemed harmless. But here's what was really happening. Most processed cereals are loaded with sugar and refined grains, even the ones labeled as whole grain or heart healthy. The moment you eat them, they spike your blood sugar. That gives you a short burst of energy, but within an hour, that sugar crashes, and with it your energy, focus, and mood. On top of that, these cereals have little fiber or protein. That means your body digests them fast and feels hungry again soon. This kind of eating creates a cycle: eat, crash, crave. And over time it leads to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation, all of which are linked to higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. When I asked Roger to swap out his cereal, it wasn't just about breakfast. It was about resetting his entire energy curve, and it worked. Embrace steel-cut oats with healthy toppings. Instead of sugar-laced flakes, we switched Roger to steel-cut oats, not the instant kind, not the flavored packets. Real oats that take a little longer to cook, but pay off all day. Oats are a slow-burning carb. They release sugar into your bloodstream gradually, which keeps your energy steady and prevents crashes. They're also rich in soluble fiber. That helps lower LDL cholesterol and keeps digestion moving smoothly, something many older adults struggle with. We added a few toppings: ground flaxseed for healthy fats, fresh blueberries for antioxidants, and a spoon of almond butter for protein. Within a week, Roger noticed the change. No more crashing mid-morning, no more sugar cravings, just steady focus and clearer thinking. Oats don't look exciting, but they work deep inside, calming inflammation, supporting your heart, and feeding your gut the right way. The pitfalls of white toast and jam. Let me tell you about Carl, a former teacher, disciplined, precise. He started each day with 2 slices of toast, a thin spread of butter, and a spoonful of jam. He called it light but satisfying. But Carl also had pre-diabetes, and his energy would crash by 11 a.m. He felt foggy. He stopped going on morning walks. He blamed it on aging. Here's the problem with white toast and jam. White bread is refined flour, stripped of its nutrients and fiber. It turns into sugar in your body almost immediately. And jam, no matter how natural, is mostly sugar too. That breakfast is like setting fire to your energy. It gives you nothing lasting, no fiber, no protein, no real fat, just a quick spike, then a sharp drop. It also does nothing for your muscles, no support for brain health, and it sets up unhealthy cravings for the rest of the day. When we removed Carl's toast and jam, it wasn't a punishment. It was a repair job, a chance to build something better. Embrace eggs with veggies or whole grain toast. Eggs are one of the best breakfast choices for older men. They're complete proteins. That means they contain all the amino acids your body needs to maintain muscle. They're rich in choline, which supports memory and brain function, and they contain B vitamins, which help convert food into steady energy. Carl started eating 2 eggs each morning, boiled, scrambled, or poached, with a handful of sautéed spinach or tomatoes. Sometimes he'd have one slice of sprouted whole grain toast with avocado, or a small sprinkle of cheese. This kind of breakfast doesn't just fill your stomach, it feeds your body where it needs it most: muscles, nerves, heart, brain. And because of the protein and fat in eggs, it keeps you satisfied longer. Less snacking, more steady focus, better mood. Carl told me it's strange. I eat less now, but I feel stronger. That's not strange, that's the power of real food. The hidden harm of flavored yogurts. David was always health conscious, walked every day, watched his salt, but at 69 he felt something slipping. His digestion was off. He felt bloated often, and his blood sugar was rising. He was confused. He said, "I start every day with yogurt. Isn't that supposed to be good for you?" It depends on the kind. Most flavored yogurts are packed with sugar, sometimes more than a dessert. They also contain artificial sweeteners, flavorings, and thickeners. These additives can disrupt your gut bacteria, inflame your digestive tract, and confuse your body's hunger signals. And for older adults, dairy becomes harder to digest over time. It can cause bloating, gas, or fatigue, especially if it's the wrong kind. David's yogurt was doing the opposite of what he hoped. It wasn't helping, it was hurting. Embrace plain Greek yogurt with natural add-ins. We swapped David's sugary yogurt for plain Greek yogurt, thick, rich, and full of live cultures that support gut health. Greek yogurt is higher in protein and lower in sugar than most regular yogurts. It's also full of calcium, which supports bone strength, a growing concern after 60. We added some fresh raspberries, a handful of walnuts, a dash of cinnamon, just enough to bring flavor and fiber without the sugar spike. David noticed changes fast, less bloating, more energy, and his blood sugar stabilized over the following months. Breakfast isn't just the start of your day, it's a signal to your body. It says, build strength or fight inflammation, think clearly or fall into a fog. The foods you choose in those first few hours set the tone for everything else. The quiet strength of a better breakfast. Let's make it clear. 3 foods to skip: processed cereals, white toast with jam, and flavored yogurts. They steal your energy, raise your blood sugar, and offer little support to your aging body. 3 foods to build with: steel-cut oats with healthy toppings, eggs with veggies or whole grain toast, plain Greek yogurt with real add-ins. These aren't trendy choices. They're time-tested. They support the systems that matter most after 60: your heart, your mind, your digestion, and your strength. If you've been waking up tired, if you've lost your appetite in the morning, if you feel like your day slips downhill before lunch, it might be your breakfast. Start small. One swap at a time. See how your body responds. And remember, eating well isn't about eating less, it's about eating smart, especially in the morning. If this helped you think differently about your breakfast, support our work. Like this video, subscribe to GlowingAge. Because here we believe growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing wiser and feeding that wisdom every morning.